Great suckers. That's fucking awesome.
Hey, welcome to Thursday. Wait, this is Wednesday.
You're a day ahead, you son of a bitch. All right, everyone.
We're not going to burn them yet.
That's right. We're not burning yet. This is a pre-spanking, pre-burning. So,
Jesus.
Welcome. Shut the fuck up. Welcome to MG number 205.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
The Fireside chats. This is some random geekery, and we're supposed to have TJ on for the original Masculine Geeks, but TJ's letting us down. He's letting the team down, and he's fucking late again. So
I murdered it. I'm just
exactly, but we've got 2/3 of the original Masculine Geek plus the new Masculine Geek makes the in total. We've got 100% Masculine Geek.
The best part of Masculine Geek are here. So.
The geeks that are actually masculine. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Oh,
damn.
Hey, where's James anyway? Speaking of masculine geeks.
He's in and out. It's hard to tell with him. I usually, if he reaches out to me, I send him the link. Then I know he's not busy.
Fucking Zoomer. Yeah.
Pretty much.
He's been pretty chatty on Twitter as of late, so.
Yeah,
when you're a Zoomer and you got nothing else to do.
He's been delving into D&D stuff, so. But James, if you're listening. Oh yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, it's January 4th already. So, how was everyone's New Year's weekend?
Fucking fantastic. I did not spend one moment in a Romanian jail.
Okay.
I was working my ass off. End of the year, wrapping up businesses, taxes, all that kind of fun crap. So
I was not doing any of those things either. So, but I'm having fun.
Oh, I had dinner with the belly dancer, and we played some games, and we fucking hung out. And then shortly after, everybody banged their gongs and their pots and pans and let off the fireworks. You know, we went into the bedroom. Well, there was something that happened before the passing out.
Okay.
But yeah. But we did that, and then I woke up the next morning to fucking, 6 inches of snow.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, dude, it fucking.
Oh shit! We're like 60 degrees out here.
Cocksucker. No, for us, no, dude. We had a storm cell that just like settled in over the whole Utah Valley, and just took a giant shit and didn't move for over 24 hours. It started snowing about 1:45 Sunday morning, so New Year's Day, early New Year's Day, did not stop until like late Monday evening.
Oh shit!
Now we got parts of the valley got fucking buried, dude.
You got the whole 6 inches.
Yeah, all, not just the tip.
Well, the tip counts. Tip counts, definitely.
So baby, it really was cold outside.
Dude,
it's cold outside.
It wasn't just cold outside. It was white shit outside.
That's what she said.
We don't even call it snow anymore. It's just the white shit.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
And not the white shit that you snort off the asses of hookers and strippers either.
No, that's the good white shit.
Yeah.
I don't recognize you, Mr. John Stewart. Welcome and Happy New Year to you, and hello.
Yeah,
you and your whole family there in the picture.
Oh shit!
All right, now we've got the original Masculine Geek crew here. Finally,
show up.
The fuck, TJ?
He had to crank up his
not sure if you can hear me, but my audio's got problems, so I'm gonna have to leave for a second.
We can hear you, but yeah. What? All right, that's the show.
Hey,
if he would update,
you know what? Now, if TJ was that brief, yeah,
right. That is the brief TJ we want to hear and we all know and love.
Yes. Right. That's my definition of brief.
So I know, right? So I will be brief. I'll tell this quick story that was funny that I was telling behind the studio. So one of my new hires got hit with a BOFA joke. So I wanted him to image a new laptop. and he asked me for a thumb drive, 128 gig thumb drive, perfect for imaging and transferring shit. He wanted to know where the laptop was, and I'm like, I think my buddy knows. Go ask him. So he asks him in MS Teams. Mind you, all this is happening on MS Teams. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I know where that. I know exactly where that laptop is. It's under the BOFA." And my new hire is like, "BOFA? What's BOFA?" He's like, "BOFA these nuts, bitch." Fucking fantastic. Like, I can't believe he starts laughing and like, oh man, he got me. I'm like, what? And I look at him like, son of a bitch, you got hit with a BOFA joke. Fucking awesome.
Well, the best part of all of this is this was done on taxpayer money.
Absolutely. You gentlemen, all you guys and all you watching and listening later, you all fucking paid for it. So what's everyone drinking tonight?
Water.
Oh, standard. No, you're not drinking water.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Well,
Yes.
Bud Light and water, what's the difference, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, here I thought. But apparently,
How about you, Robert?
Actually, I'm having some Baileys. Someone got me as a gift for Christmas, so I'm having a little of that on ice. And
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was doing math earlier, so I'm trying to behave myself.
MAFF, math.
Yeah.
Mike, if you come out to Jersey, I may be able to hire you. Let's see.
look at that.
So this is clarified milk punch.
Okay.
My girl makes one of my main girl makes this for me. It's an old recipe. I want to say it's over 100 years old. Goes back to more than that, actually. Goes back to I think Revolutionary War times. So this has in it cognac, rum, green tea, arak, cinnamon, cardamom, and a few other things. And it's filtered about 25 times or so. And you can change the color depending upon the mixtures you do and the filters you do. It could be clear, it could be this amethyst color, or it could be like this sort of piss yellow, which doesn't look good but still tastes delicious. So it's very smooth. It's high in alcohol content. I don't know the actual ABV at the moment, but I can find out and post that later.
Because it's got the tea in it.
The tea, and it has whole milk.
Oh, so it's totally healthy.
Exactly.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just finishing off that bottle this week. Fantastic. All right, TJ, where the fuck are you?
I heard a pop. Maybe that was him.
No, oh wait, there he is.
Are you there?
Dude, I'm so sick of technology today.
It's
only today.
Yeah, right.
Every
so,
day.
all right, we just told what we were drinking. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking eggnog, so it's brandy with just homemade eggnog.
Okay,
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
nice, fantastic. So
drinking
you're having.
what?
I was just gonna say I was drinking some Evan Williams eggnog earlier in the week.
Oh, yeah. You know, I actually add a little bit of regular eggnog to it because it's a little too sweet for me.
Yeah.
But that's also the kind of stuff where you'll drink. I don't believe it's as much as they claim it is in terms of alcohol percentage because it's pretty easy to go through that thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much effort. So I don't know. There's the Pennsylvania Dutch eggnog that's actually pretty good as well. But
yes, it is.
Yeah.
I can confirm that.
Kyle, do you mean it's going backwards? Because my beard is white, dude. Am I reverse aging or no?
You're getting grayer. Well, what does he mean? It was silver and now it's gray? Because they're two different colors. Is that what you mean?
I'm wondering. I always looked in the mirror and it's like, dude, my beard's white.
Yeah, yours is.
So when he says it's grayer, to me that means it's getting darker, not lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. What's going on, Ko? The fuck? How's that?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
It is an article reviewing the brand new Douglas Fairbanks movie.
Which one?
The Three Musketeers, a story of daring D'Artagnan retold on the screen.
Nice.
But it is from my copy of The Three Musketeers, which has no print date in it, but the date it was originally given to someone was 1923.
Crazy.
So
Nice.
I've also got my 1900s copy of Ivanhoe.
Oh,
so
you know what's really interesting? It just occurred to me this, Robert, is that most people have never seen, let alone know about silent films as a medium. It just became really obscure,
right?
As opposed to, say, Shakespeare, which was hundreds of years ago and requires a ton of like context to understand some of the stuff, but people still reference Shakespeare to this day. Whereas
very nice.
A lot of these entertainment mediums, they just were outdated the moment the technology replaced them. I mean, I've seen some old-fashioned silent films like Charlie Chaplin, maybe a Buster Keaton film, but even some of the early talkies, most people have never seen them, and they just don't have any cultural. They just didn't have cultural staying power, and I think it's kind of fascinating because, and I think part of that is just the medium itself. Like, you have to have an attention span longer than 5 seconds, and it's not constantly stimulating you, like in terms of like.
Well, up until recent years, Shakespeare was something that was taught in school, even at a high school level.
Yeah.
Correct.
Whereas with like the silent films, probably if you were a film student, you might get to see some of that, but I'm not even sure that anymore that would even be a part of your curriculum. But I'm fortunate. Well, Rob, Vince, and I all were old enough that on television they showed silent movies periodically.
Yeah, I was at a hotel in downtown Spokane years ago when I was in college, and they had one. I think it was actually the Three Musketeers. They were just playing it on the side of one of the motels. Like they had this huge brick wall, and so and the reason why they did this is because across the same floor, there was a restaurant, so you could eat your meal and watch a silent film, and you didn't need to hear anything. I think that was the advantage of silent films, is like you don't need to have anything accompanying it because it's all just based on visual. Like silent films were very visual. I get that you could play music in the background, like they got the piano playing and all that, or the organ or whatever. Which is actually kind of crazy. I used to go to this place in my hometown years ago when I was a kid called Pizza and Pipes, and the shtick was they had an old silent film organ in the center. It looked like something out of Dracula, and there'd be a guy playing it. It'd be a loud, noisy place for kids to run around, eat pizza, and play arcade games. But it was just, the whole idea was it's loud, and so kids, you can't hear their screaming and yelling over the organ or whatever.
Well, Shakey's and Noble Romans both used to play silent films and cartoons and stuff inside their restaurants back in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
But by about the mid 80s, that kind of stuff went out of fashion.
Yeah. There's been this huge, I was actually talking about this with a friend of mine. I said, when at least he and I don't know about the rest of my generation, but we grew up on a ton of old stuff. We grew up on the old Looney Tunes, Scooby-Doo, Flintstones, Yogi Bear. We watched old movies. Some of the earliest films we ever watched were old films, like had been from an earlier period. And yet there seems to be this huge stigma with kids now where they do not watch anything older than them. It's only what's the present day about. They have no frame of reference for anything else before that. Oh, this is from Master and Commander.
Yes, it is. I have the whole album. I have the whole album queued up to play.
Oh, it's a good. That was a great soundtrack. I really liked it. Mm-hmm. I thought that was actually one of the best films ever made. Was Master and Commander.
Yep. And there's a miniature for Lucky Jack. Warlord Games, the people that make Black Powder,
Blood Red Skies,
and Blood Red Skies, they have produced a Lucky Jack miniature.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, when you guys come out here in April, we'll play Blood Red Skies. I'll also order one of the naval ones for us.
We'll have to have some like appropriate background noise, like battlefield noise.
Oh, absolutely. We can definitely set that up.
Or radio chatter.
The Airbnb that I'll be renting is, like I said, is fantastic.
Thanks, Mictibus. I appreciate your moral support.
Or immoral support.
Yeah.
He's like organic Xanax. Leave TJ alone.
Roll for brevity.
That's funny. Rob, where'd you go? Don't leave us, Rob.
Probably had to grab another beer.
Probably.
Would be my guess.
Whoa. Rob drinks beer?
On occasion.
Sometimes water.
Yeah.
Water of the light variety.
I think he needed it if he was going to hang out with us tonight.
Probably. That's why I'm drinking.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Hey,
so next week is I'm not sure whether I have next week is Paul from Come On Man Podcast or our D&D game with Rollo. I forget which. I have to find out.
Are we ever getting back to Drew's game, or is he going to skip lasagna long enough for that to happen? Or
it's the ball's in his court.
Okay.
He lets me know when he's feeling better.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to, but it's been 2 months now, and I've lost hope. So,
Who's this?
Drew and his the one where you died. And you said you're coming back with a new character. I'll help you with that too. So, but anyway, one of these days we'll have another celebrity D&D game, and we bring back Rob Sarrow just for a one shot.
I gotta
set fire to everything.
You know what's funny? It's you brought that up, and where you and I were both on Rule 0 this last weekend, Vince. Backstage before the show began, when Rollo realized, that I was coming on, he stopped and was like, "Oh, hey, it's Rob," and brought me in and, introduced me to some of the other dudes, because I know of them, but most of those guys had no fucking clue who I was. Yeah. But he had mentioned D&D and that Sorrow was still around.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I figured he was probably long dead by now, and I rolled up a pretty good character there. And he's like,
absolutely,
yeah, he did.
Yeah. No,
so apparently Sorrow's still around.
He's still engaged in the world. He went into NPC category, but that doesn't mean that he cannot be revived, utilized by the DM or yourself if you decide to come back for a one shot.
Right.
So.
I was just surprised, that Rollo kept him. I figured out he's fucking dead.
No. It's the same thing with Jack and Lupo. Like every once in a while, there's talk of Jack playing Lupo, and one night he did. He came in and he played the Lupo character.
Nice.
So he had never played D&D before. He did pretty good.
Yeah,
very nice.
It was like one morning he got up super early for work or something, and noticed that we were on and playing, and said hi, and next thing you know, he was in the game.
Yeah,
nice.
It was
that's cool.
It was quite fun.
But yeah, I am known by even less of those guys on Rule 0 than you are, Rob. I mean, outside of John knowing me and Rollo, obviously, who invited, but that's pretty much it. I mean, Ryan may see me on Twitter or something, because I oftentimes quote something he says or like it, but no one else knew who the hell I was.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
And that's okay.
Yeah, that's not a big deal. I wasn't expecting to answer a question about the state of the sphere, as it were, and men and women and intersexual. I'm like, I don't care. Like it's essentially gonna be more of the same. I mean, nothing. Yeah. If anything changes, it doesn't change with like one big galvanizing event. It doesn't happen that way. It's always something, these slow incremental changes. And yeah, things are getting a little better. I don't think the red pill going mainstream is a good idea, or is good for it, because it's going to get twisted to fit the current narrative. It's not going to. The red pill narrative is not going to take place the current narrative, so we already know that. The only way to do that is to sort of soft core, passive aggressively acknowledge it and then shout it down and make fun of it. And mainstream media is not the way for the red pill lens, as it were. And that's
and if there is a big thing that happens, are we even going to be around to see it? Because we are obviously living with the effects of birth control and stuff. How many decades ago was that? So if something happens tomorrow, that's a major earth-shattering dramatic effect on the social and sexual dynamics of men and women going forward into the future. We're going to be dead, but when anyone realizes, wow, I guess that was a really big deal.
I have something to just throw out there, and this doesn't apply to just this, but just a lot of stuff. You know, the 2010s was the golden days of blogging. And the reason why is because that's when people were writing about this stuff for the first time. People were talking about this stuff for the first time. We're at the point where people have written everything there is to be said. People have said everything there is to be said. It's time to actually do something. And a lot of guys just want to.
That's right. Head over to masculinegeek.life and figure that out.
Right. And so it's like, guys, like, I do my Substack, and one of my posts was get off the beach. Like, we know, everybody knows what you need to do or what's going on. So you either are doing something, you're either getting busy or you're getting busy dying. There's only two types of people who are going to stay on the beach.
Well, the problem with people listening to the same shit is, okay, and I see this a lot. Number one, do not bite the hand that feeds you. And what do I mean by that is this. All right, so you consume any kind of content. You shovel it in, you absorb it, and you start living it. All right, we'll take because we're talking about red pill. We're going to talk about red pill. So you continue to consume red pill content. That information becomes old hat to you. Because you've been following it for years. You're like, why are they talking about the same thing? Well, you're not supposed to stay with it as far as like listening to the same thing.
Right.
Okay. You move on and you put these things into action. It's like any kind of change in your life, you want to implement it. Okay. So if you continue to listen to it, it's going to sound like these guys are grifting. It's tired. It's the same shit. All right, fine. Well, stop listening to it and go live your life. Shut the fuck up. And then don't turn around and then go, oh, well, you know what? They're angry. And you're biting the hand that once fed you. And I can't fucking stand it. And you're seeing it all over social media right now. From people that I don't know to people that I would consider Twitter friends. Mm-hmm. It's fucking repulsive. Stop talking about people you don't know. Stop talking about shit you're not privy to. Stop biting the hand that once fed you and grow the fuck up. Knock it off. Mm-hmm. I don't care about Andrew Tate. You don't know about Andrew Tate. Who gives a shit about Andrew Tate? Like him or hate him, who cares? That's another one that I'm fucking tired of seeing of. People like talking about not talking about it is fucking talking about it. Okay? And you can fucking quote me on that with this screenshot. Okay? Talking about not talking about it is fucking talking about it.
Screenshot that. If you didn't do it,
here, I'll do it again for you. And here's another one.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
You know what's crazy? I was at a New Year's Eve party, and there was a family there and the wife we were talking about someone, and she just randomly brings up Andrew Tate. I was like, how do you know this guy? And she goes, I'm on Twitter. I'm like,
you can't help it. It's fucking everywhere.
I'm just like, well, this was a normie. I'm like, you know what? If a normie talks about it at this point, I'm like just checking out the conversation. But
right.
She's like, do you know who that is? I'm like, I'm not even going to go near that conversation.
Yeah.
Right.
Hand me another.
No. Mike, you're correct. You graduate. But like I said, you graduate, you go do your thing. You don't bite the hand that fed you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't do that. You're a repulsive piece of shit to me and other people that actually matter.
Mm-hmm.
Dicks.
Yeah. Yeah. My whole take on that is with him, I don't know him. I'm doubtful that I'm ever going to know him. And what he does or doesn't do doesn't get me laid, doesn't get me
does it pay your bills?
Doesn't pay my bills.
No, it doesn't pay your fucking bills. Who cares?
So why should I care what a stranger does? That's the thing. It's like we're all playing a game, and if we're smart, we max out our skills and play it to the best of our ability. And our win and lose options are different, because what might be a win for me would be a lose for Rob. What might be a win for Rob wouldn't necessarily be a win for me. Because, Rob, what is it you say? What do you
want?
Exactly. So, Kate being a multimillionaire, a criminal, an innocent man being persecuted, none of that changes anything in my life. None of it gets my dick wet.
Exactly. Yep. Whether he's exonerated or he's incarcerated, my life still goes on just the same as it always has.
Yes.
Rob, you want to Rob or Robert? Who wants to read this question?
I'll read it.
Yeah, let Rob read it, because
Rob, read it.
Barbie Dog for the $0 super chat. Decided to say, hey, well, we got to play a little tune with that.
Yeah.
So Marby Dog with the $0 super chat.
You bastard. Get in there.
For breaking in here, I have a question. Why is D&D so aggressively queer these days?
I'll answer that.
I live in Denver. Well, that's a lot right there, Marby, just saying. And all local games are all about the LGBTQ elemental P+. I don't play it all anymore.
Yes. Dungeons and Dragons has always been a niche spot for outsiders, for the most part. That group of letters has been and always will be outsiders. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're talking about the Alphabet Mafia.
the Alphabet Rainbow Mafia. They have always been outsiders. No, I don't have nothing against them. I don't fucking care. Go cornhole and eat rug, munch rug, whatever you want to do. I don't fucking care.
Clam bump.
Just a clam bump. Just bump your clams.
Isn't that an Elvis song?
if it's
a clam bump.
If it's not, it should be. Yeah. I don't care what the fuck you do. Don't be an insufferable cunt. There we go. Rob, you want to read that?
Yeah. Go ahead, Robert. Well, hang on. Before you read, Robert, hang on.
And this is from Tempest 5555, a $2 super chat, making up for Marby's $0 super chat. Thank you there, Tempest.
Thank you from the wonder from down under.
Yeah,
how is it out there, Tempest? How's your New Year? How's everyone's New Year?
But Rob is right. One, being in Denver it makes a big deal. Two, the people, I mean, the public face of Gen Con, people there at Wokesters of the Coast. I mean, that's who they think their audience is. That is their target demographic at the moment. And, so... But the thing is, just because it's like that in that area doesn't mean that there aren't enclaves of guys doing it and doing it by the rules, whatever edition they're playing. And so if you're wanting to get back into the game, and I would recommend that you should, because never let those fuckers chase you out of it. Look for a group. There are ways. If we could do it in the days before technology, you can do it in the days of technology, and just find some decent guys. Or you already know the people, whether they play or not, that are friends of yours that are people that you can stand and would want to have around your table, and invite them over, order a pizza, and play. So
that actually brings up an interesting, not related to D&D necessarily, but like something I've observed. It seems impossible to get a group of guys together nowadays.
Not for us.
Not
for us.
I think that this is a generational thing. Honestly, I think that it gets worse when they get the younger generation they get, where it's like you got to schedule it like a doctor's appointment to do anything. So the older people, when I say older, I mean people older than me, they tend to be more of like, yeah, let's go do this, or this, we can go do this. And it can be spontaneous. Whereas with millennials and younger, it's like, you got to like set up an appointment on some freaking app for them to do stuff. I don't know. I'm just.
Are you sure you don't have to call their moms and have their moms set it up for them, like play dates?
It's crazy how like. So some people have said to me, well, they're married with kids and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, yeah, I'm thinking of like when I was growing up, there was a whole bunch of families where they all had kids. The guys would all just get together for just on the fly of the moment, be like, hey, let's have a board game, or let's do like, it didn't have to be pre-planned like weeks in advance. I don't know.
Let's play euchre.
No, if they wanted to play a game of Risk, or if they wanted to just play some board game, or like the amount of coordination involved, where it's like, it seems like everybody in my generation wants to be the film director, the chef in the kitchen, the captain of the ship.
Oh, we flew out to Kansas City to play Blood Red Skies.
Yeah, we had fun.
Huh?
I had fun. I don't know about you, but I had fun.
Yeah, that was it's a fun game. I've got that large sea mat that we have to use.
I'll bring my aircraft carrier. I'll bring the aircraft carrier and my battleship, and we'll bring it. We'll have fun. We'll add it into the equation, because that way, if you got a bomber, you can try to sink.
I'm gonna buy some bombers and a few submarines.
Okay, perfect. We'll add them in. I've been saving those two. One of them's for my grandpa, who was a World War II vet. The other one I got is a kit like when I was 4 years old that I've just held on to. I just had them for so long, but I know they'd come to some use.
Absolutely.
Ah.
So there we go. So Rob, what have you been up to? You're fucking muted. You're like, we were supplying our own in our heads. We were supplying our own text.
That's right. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that part, because I'm over here making I'm trying not to intrude on TJ being brief, or you guys, going on about shit that shit you guys care about. But what's been going on with me? Well, work's work. It's been busy since before Thanksgiving. We've had a couple of guys quit, a couple of guys out on injury, trucks breaking down, you name it. And so it's been a little bit of a shit show. Otherwise, hey, I finally hit the 1,000 mark on YouTube. Now I can do like you guys and get super chats and be one of the cool dudes.
Clap, please. Clap, please.
Yeah. I almost want to do a double encore on that one. And it was
fun.
Go ahead, Vince.
I was gonna say, good, do a double encore. Fuck it.
Well, hey, why not?
Yeah, bitch.
Where are the Cheetos?
And it was actually Ryan's. It was Ryan Stone. I had made some comment on Twitter one day, and he was like, "Damn, you're still not monetized. The fuck are you doing?" And I actually was like, "Oh damn." I actually feel a little ashamed, because I don't do this for monetization. I don't do this because it's my brand or because, I'm trying to make a buck. It's like, no, I have a job. I do this because I do it for fun. I do it for the laughs. I do it to make friends like all y'all, except TJ. Fuck that guy. But I do all this shit for that, so hitting that magic number has never been a priority to me. But when he said that, I actually kind of felt ashamed. I was like, man, I need to do this, because I was close. I was, like 800 and something.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh, so that's when I did that whole week of streams because I was
That's
where I had you on, Vince, and I did the Tard Telethon, which was your, the name of it came from you, but did all that, and it was the next day when I actually hit 1,000, And so I've been figuring out, well, now, YouTube said, hey, congrats, you're one of the elite now. And I already feel superior, I really do. There's a bunch of guys that I'm like, yeah, fuck all y'all.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise I'm kind of like, okay, now what do I do? And so it's a matter of, okay, well, I'm gonna still do the same shit I do. And, I make little intros and shit for Let 'em Burn or for one of my shows or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And, otherwise beyond that, still seeing the Belly Dancer. Currently, right now, her and I are both kind of in this quasi-monogamy phase because I can't even. I'm so kind of tired of meeting new chicks because it typically doesn't go anywhere. So I'm taking a hiatus from dating, even though we're not exclusive. It's like, hey, you go see who you want. And if someone catches my interest and something interesting happens, I'm going to go and see what that's about.
Yeah.
And that's about it. So ultimately, overall, life is pretty good.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Now what? I don't know. Get married. Yeah, I know the line, McTubus. Yeah, I did that once. I did that.
Like it.
Yeah, I didn't
Rob
like.
and I both did that shit.
Yeah, we both did it. And
you fuckers that are married, well, that's on you.
Well, that's.
I would say there are 3 of us here who have done it.
Yeah,
one of us more than once.
Well, somebody, obviously is slower at learning, but that's saying it's none of my business.
All right. It's soft.
Well, Bull, we'll be seeing you on Thursday. We'll be seeing you tomorrow. We'll see how that goes.
Get him with the hard yeet twang.
That's right.
That's it.
That reminds me, when I get done here, I gotta send him and Nick the link because the show's already ready to go. Oh, unlike some people that I won't name, Bull Rush, but.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Fantastic. How about you, TJ? How are you doing?
Wyatt, I am rolling.
You know what? You're going to say that. Like he's going to say, Wyatt, I am rolling. That's not. I appreciate the movie reference, TJ.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get a real
play-by-play,
semi play-by-play, legitimate. How is TJ doing?
I'm doing all right.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of what's been new. I didn't really write anything new as far as fiction last year, so looking to change that. But
we have our anthology coming up.
It's crazy. Like I go to the gym and I'm lifting more than I ever have. And if people were to ask, because I was going to the gym recently, and one of the gals there said, like you're bulking up a lot. Like, what supplements are you taking? I'm like, none. She's like,
protein.
What do you eat? And I'm like, liquor.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just like, sorry, like, because a lot of these.
What do you want me to say?
Well, I'm like, I'm sorry, but like, I'm kind of a contradiction of so many things. Like, I'm lifting more than I've ever lifted in my life. I used to spend 2 hours at the gym in college, and yet back then I didn't drink. I went to bed at 10 o'clock on the dot every single night and got up at like 6. Now my sleep patterns are a little bit more liberal, and it's just like, and my energy levels are up higher. So it's like, I'm trying to figure out all these ways to burn off energy. During the summer, I was like I was going either hiking, or if gas prices were too high, I'd be on the treadmill for like an hour. So yeah, it's been interesting. So I figure writing a novel might help, just, because I haven't written one in a while. And then went shooting recently. That was fun. You know what's crazy? This is Washington State. I can't go to the gun ranges anymore. They treat you like, they genuinely treat you like a child. So I've been shooting guns for a long time. I show up, and I'm not going to go through the whole story because I will genuinely be brief on this one. I go to the pistol range with my revolver, and I want to shoot in like one of the bays that's like, I think 20 yards, 25, 30 yards. And the guy there's like, yeah, no, I need to know that you can actually shoot there. So he sends me over to the 15-yard, bay. I'm like, what kind of BS is this? And of course I shoot with my revolver that I've been trained by a sharpshooter to shoot, and I hit all inside the bullseye area. And I'm just like, I've not once in my life at a gun range have I ever had one of the gun range guys say, you can't shoot out of that bay because you don't have the big boy pants yet. You need to show me. Like, I paid you guys $30 to shoot here. Like, sorry, I could go out in the middle of the woods and blow up and not have to have anybody's permission. Like, but and I get why they're used to dealing with spurgs and retards who, bought a gun for the first time, but it's just not.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, Washington State used to have great gun laws, and then they just not you, Roman, but the Californians who came up here have just ruined the state.
Well, that's what locusts do.
Ha!
Indeed.
Are you getting many Californians in Utah at the moment?
No, I wouldn't say that we are. I mean, there's been, a few because there's always a few.
Right.
But I wouldn't say it's any more than any prior years. Pre whatever, going back to the 90s or whatever. It's like, we've had about the same influx as always. So now I think they're migrating either towards Colorado or towards certain parts of Texas.
Yeah, they definitely like Austin.
They're going to Idaho, Boise, Idaho. They're
Famous
going to,
potatoes.
They're going to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. They're going to Bozeman, Montana. They're going to Missoula, Montana. They're going to Whitefish, Montana. They're going to all these like places where it seems rural, but there's amenities there. They will not go to a genuinely rural area. That's just
it's ridiculous. Shh, quiet.
People are sleeping.
It's time for the ASMR part of the episode.
A moment of silence, if you will. You fucking dickheads.
We're taking our hats off for Texas and Montana.
Montana and Texas are really fucked by Californians. It's a shame, really.
So's Idaho.
But Idaho has famous potatoes. What's what it says on their license plate? Famous potatoes. Whereas New Hampshire says, live free or die.
That's why if things go down the way I think it's going to go down, you'll find me.
TJ, do you know how many times I've heard you say that?
Yeah, do you know how many times I've heard you say that?
It's getting old, motherfucker.
Almost as many times as we've heard where he actually lives.
Right?
Hey, how long did it take for the Greeks to launch their fleet to Troy?
I don't want to hear some old shit.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with the Greek.
You're not King Menelaus.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not Marcus.
Agamemnon.
Yeah, whatever.
You're not even good.
But
King Wen- you're not even good. You're not even good. King Wenceslas from the Christmas thing.
But he's King Bofa.
Both of these nuts, bitch. That was fantastic. I can't believe my new hire walked right. I expected more out of you. I can't believe you walked into that, you motherfucker. This is going to reflect on your review.
No, I'm saying you gotta. Anyway, Vince, you and I have had enough conversations.
I know. I'm just fucking with you. But TJ? What about the ligma?
Ligma?
Yeah, Ligma balls. You walked into that one too. Here, TJ, there's 3 things you have to be aware of: CD, BOFA, and Ligma. CD's nuts, BOFA D's nuts, and Ligma balls.
What about the Pen 15 Club?
Well, that's a BOFA too.
I'd never heard of that one. I'm sorry.
Well, no, that's all right. Well, now you know. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle, as G.I. Joe would tell you.
I was going to say, he would have heard it if he was here for the pre-show.
Well, somebody was late because of audio issues.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all right. Every now and then. TJ is normally not late.
No.
Unlike some
no one here at this moment is usually late.
Which is sometimes more than we can say for our DMs.
I know, right? Well, Drew is on time. It is Amos and Rollo who are late. Chris, that goes up with the movie with Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase. When they're Spies Like Us, when they're out in the woods, and Chevy Chase, or one of them says, "Shh, you hear that? It's a dick for." And the other guy's like, "What is a dick for?" He's like, "To pee with, stupid." And a butt for is a butt for a shit with, stupid. Dan Aykroyd is a fine actor in everything but the Blues Brothers.
Oh my God!
All right,
here we go. Here we go again.
Mictibus made me do it. Hang on, let me find the banner. Hang on, wait for it. Wait for it. Where the fuck is it? Did I get rid of it? No. There you go. Fuck the Blues Brothers.
I already told you. Me and James, we're going to be doing an episode of D&D with you, where we're going to do mixed class paladin bards, and we're on a mission from God.
And we're on a mission from God. No, it's gods, not just God. Gods.
Either way, we're going to be doing that. We're going to be bard paladins.
Well, guess what? I'll be DMing that game.
Yeah, and you're going to be doing a bofa on us, huh?
That's right. Bofa D's nuts. Oh, fuck.
So what do you got in store for them tomorrow, Rob? Can you say, or are you saving it for as a surprise?
Well, the show title's called Holy Shit. It's been 3 years. Okay. Because it's something I noticed that it was Nick sent it to me a little while back. And I forgot all about it, but it was like our first episode of Let 'Em Burn. And Bull Run.
Mictibus has been studying.
Hexblade Warlock and Oath of Conquest. Oh. Okay. All right.
That's what when he's sitting home alone and the power goes out, he reads old D&D books.
I'll tell you what, the guy, and he's going satanic with it, but I like it. I do. I like it. Okay. But Nick sent me the first Let 'Em Burn. He was in some seedy fucking motel, if I remember. He'll come along and say, "Oh, that was actually the Hard Rock Cafe or whatever." Yeah, I'm calling bullshit on that.
But the internet was good on it, though.
Oh yeah. But it was me and him, and Bull was here. He was here in Salt Lake. He was staying over with me because that was back in 2020, very after New Year's. And so we did this show. This was even before StreamYard got their shit together and allowed us to do green screen. And so, all you saw behind me and Bull was, a fucking green screen. And it's coming up on the anniversary. Well, technically, it probably already is. I forget the actual day. But I want to acknowledge the anniversary of Let 'Em Burn, because honestly, if anyone is shocked or more shocked that it's gone this long, it's me. I didn't I really think we would ever go the distance. I figured, let's go for a few weeks or a month or two, maybe a year, and I was being generous about the year.
Mm-hmm.
And yet here we are at 3 years. But that's just the intro, Robert. But there are some things I'm going to bring up that I'm not going to spoil it.
Okay.
Kids are going to have to come and see the show. So it'll be entertaining. It'll be fun. I'll probably nuke Mictubus.
Right. What do you mean? Dildo Faggins and Gandalf the Gay?
Yeah. I'll probably kick him out, because everybody deserves a hard at least once or twice in the case of Mictubus, but you guys are just going to have to tune in to see the shit show.
I'll probably tune in after I get back from the gym. That Thursday's gym night. And speaking of anniversaries, it's also the 4th year anniversary of Masculine Geek.
Yes, it is.
Yep. So
I remember that too. Back when Aaron Clary was part of the show before he fucked off and decided to go hang out with Chad and do whatever else.
Well, he wasn't in control of it, so he can't be a part of it.
Fair enough.
Yep. At least not in any kind of a serious sense.
Right.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Well, wasn't our first couple of episodes we were doing this, the
first couple ones we didn't show our faces. In fact, I should probably go back and rip the first one and reload it up as like a reminiscence, as an anniversary kind of thing.
Why not?
Like
Here's us when we were all hiding our faces, including Aaron.
Yeah.
I say we had one show where we did do that. Just in the time I've been here.
Well, I think we have, yeah.
Yeah, it was just the one, but we decided, hey, screw it, let's not turn on the cameras this show.
A couple people had issues with bandwidth and video, so they turned off their video, and we're like, well, let's all do it.
Yeah,
solidarity and whatnot.
Now I would have been the motherfucker saying "fuck you."
Of course you would, Rob.
Fuck solidarity. I'm on team me. I'll be the one asshole who shows his face because I have good bandwidth. I don't care about y'all.
Right.
Well, because studies say that when you do a podcast on YouTube, one of these, live streams, people tend to be more engaged and stick around and want to be a part of it when they can see what the fuck you're doing.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And that's why we do this, but occasionally it warrants, Rob, it warrants this because I can't be bothered.
Well, change that from MG to Bofa.
Bofa Ligman CD.
And maybe I got a rare or toy or comic book in the background I don't want anyone to see, so I'll have to do
exactly.
This. There you go.
No, that's not an Action Comics #1 you see back there next to that Detective 27
that he stole. Bought.
Hey, it's better than crypto.
That totally, or some kind of gay NFT.
Oh, geez.
Oh, don't get me started on that shit.
No, we're not. Actually, I'm going to address Bull Rush real quick. My birthday's this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'm 51.
I remember you saying your birthday was in January, and I figured it was like the first or second week, but I did not know it was this week. Okay, cool. You're one behind me.
Oh, shit, referencing the one behind club.
Exactly. You're one, like chronological age wise, you're one behind me because I'll be 50. Well, actually, you're a year and 11 months because I'll be 53 in February.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You old.
I am.
And TJ will be turning 14 here in a couple of weeks.
He'll be turning what?
14.
14. He's actually started shaving.
Yeah. His testes have descended.
Here we go. Go. Let's hear what the junior high kid has to say.
Being considered young has its advantages.
Hey, I know it.
I'll be 55 this year.
Oh shit, you're the old mother.
TJ, I have a half black half Dominican Republic, 30-year-old girl in my rotation. I will be 23 in another month. I'll be 23 years older than she is. So, yeah, it doesn't matter how old you are.
No.
And she happens to like older white guys. So, I fit both of those criteria.
As long as if you're going after Hispanic girls, you're never gonna as
bonus.
That's right. CD.
As George Burns used to say, you're only as old as the women you feel.
Exactly.
And that sucker lived almost 100 smoking cigars and drinking every day. So,
and that's what Rob and I be doing.
Good point.
It did get holy shit! It got dark in here.
No, it didn't. He's a high yellow motherfucker.
Was he Asian? He's Oriental.
Sorta. He could probably pass.
He could probably pass as an Oriental, a slanty-eyed nip.
Well, he's like I said, he's a high yellow motherfucker.
Or as I say in my detective novel, a member of Slope. Which, speaking of which, that I'm releasing Laser Dicks, my action detective novella, in the upcoming spring release of Red Pill Pulp Fiction, featuring TJ, possibly Robert, Sociopath Elite, and Raul Tomasi.
Nice.
And in fact, I'm looking at this gentleman here as a book cover designer. I'll share the screen. That's right, bitch.
That with the effect on,
right? He's got some really good illustrations.
I might have to. What we should do is send give you a description of all of our books.
Well, I do want, as we get closer to the deadline of January 31st, I want the general idea, the general plot line of your books. So when this gentleman says, all right, that's nice, but what is it about? I can tell him.
Right.
So
that's on you, TJ.
Well, mine's probably going to be a little bit different from what Vince is going to write about.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I just think that there's some.
It should be, yeah.
No.
But the best part about Laser Dicks is it features TJ, Rob, and myself as protagonists. And it was originally published, with the exception of the final chapter, which I'm almost done, which is actually quite lengthy. That's what she said. Featured in Punch Riot before that went defunct. So I have no compunction whatsoever, because the rights have reverted back to me, releasing it as a novella in the anthology. So I think you guys will enjoy the last and final chapter 10. Yeah. Aw. I think I nailed the personalities down of all three of us in the story.
Personalities, at least, that can be revealed without drawing the ire of the federal government.
I can handle them.
You work for them.
He has inside connections. I'm not worried about them.
Correct.
And I still think it's the best description of the manosphere I've ever heard or read.
Did you call them the gay monastery?
No, I referenced a period piece as far as like the as old jazz clubs, but I referenced a gay one, and I think I'm not sure. I think it was you that said, your character said, is that club owned by that fruit Aaron? Referencing Aaron Clary. Yeah. So it kind of fits your personality. That's something you would totally see.
Yeah, I
totally say.
Yeah,
so, yeah. The idea that the Manosphere is a gay club owned by a Cappy is just hilarious to me.
Yep.
Only the thing I would have to add to that, it would be, you mean that club that's owned by that faggot Aaron?
Mm-hmm.
You know, well, I know I would go there.
Well, no, because it's all right. So the name for Laserdicks came about on one of our episodes, and I think you were on it. we were talking about technology and laser discs, and rather than say laser disc, I said laser dick. And I'm like, wow, that's actually a good premise for a detective story, because slang for detective in the 40s and 50s is dick.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I thought, okay, laser dick or laser. Okay, so let's push technology further. Back in the 40s and 50s, everyone was saying, "Oh, okay." In our time now, in the 2000s, we were going to have lasers and hover cars and hover cycles and really cool shit. Well, we didn't, but I placed those really cool pieces of technology and sort of these pseudo computers in a 1950s background, and give us laser pistols and Indian hover cycles and hover cars, but TJ still uses a typewriter. We still have analog telephones. We have like a basic form of a weird steampunkish kind of computer.
Okay.
So it's juxtaposed with 1940s and 50s decor and ambiance with these small bits of science fiction.
Oh, okay.
So I think you'll like it.
Yeah.
And it's every chapter is action. So we're either kicking ass or getting our asses kicked, and you're on your edge of the seat. So that's good.
Nice. Blade Runner is better.
Oh, it's better than Blade Runner, motherfuckers. Of course, I wrote it. I mean, so yeah, I think you guys would. You guys will like it, but that's my contribution, and it's gonna the limit for each person. We want to do short stories and novellas, so obviously there's no real limit as far as like the minimum words. But for a short story, you want something around 2,000 to 3,000 words, maybe 5.
Mm-hmm.
A novella, we're topping out at around 25K, 25,000 words. There are newspapers. In fact, TJ's works for a newspaper. He's very heavily. TJ's character speaks several languages. He's well up on Russian communist information. You'll get all that and more once you buy the anthology, which will probably be released in late spring, early summer. I want to make sure I'm on track with timing with this. I want to make sure the book cover designer does his work in a timely fashion, not to mention any other projects that I'm working on that I'm annoyed with. Because
you're still waiting for cover art.
This August will be 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes. I'm also finishing up a few other projects that I'm very pleased with. So this year we'll definitely see at least three books from me.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've been hard.
Speaking of projects, you brought it up.
Sure.
Airplane pilot license.
Shit. Yes. Okay. So, well, one of my new fascinations is gyrocopters. So I'm also looking into doing that as well this summer. But I've taken your gentle pushings, as it were, to heart, and I want to get back to finishing my pilot's license this summer.
Okay, so want versus doing like a load of horse shit.
Well, I can't do it yet until the summer because I'm not flying in the winter, dude.
I'm not saying you need to fly in the winter.
So
I'm still waiting because we have a suicide pact.
We do. Well, trust me, it's either going to be in a gyrocopter for 2 or a small Cessna. Yeah, I kind of
so
like
you guys
the
are going to go out
gyrocopter
like
for
secondhand lions.
Because when we do a gyrocopter for 2, it's easy for you, Rob, to like kind of sit up in your seat and kind of piss on everybody first.
Oh, I'm all for that because otherwise I'm thinking Jax Teller riding a motorcycle into the front of a semi. So what the fuck?
Well, in that case,
there's Nick August showing up with the heat.
He has to. Well, it's really not me. I'm dead set on having this one book cover designer do the series because he did the first one. He did it very well, and I've shown Nick and I think TJ some of the drafts. in pencil that he's come up with, and they're fantastic. So I'm kind of hooked. I'm like, fuck, do I continue waiting or? No, I know they're not. Look. I have no. I get it. If you're a writer, declare yourself the best writer. But am I, compared to other people, am I the best writer? No, I'm not. I have no illusions about that. I'm a decent writer. I like my work. I write shit that I would want to read. So I've already written the book. My part's done. I'm good. I've blown my load, as it were. I don't expect to get any money from this. Hey, I have a small T-shirt company that has one T-shirt. Okay. It does more in sales than my book because that's just the way it is. Certain people want to read certain things. Certain people gravitate towards certain things. So there you go. I have no illusions about this. Maybe if I market it a little more aggressively, but I just don't care. I've written it. It's good. I go back to it every now and then. I read it again because I have the physical copy in my hand, the PDF. And when my book cover designer is done with an awesome book cover, yes. Now, having said that, anything going forward with other book covers, obviously, am I going to go with him? No. I'm going to print your mom on a T-shirt next. Shut up. I'm going to print Bofa on a T-shirt.
I'm going to print wood on mine.
You totally with that cat in front of the microphone? Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, you should totally do that.
That it's not.
We need to get one of your cats doing that in front of one of your microphones, like standing up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Mike, fucking normal could do it, but I need a big enough, a resolution so it's not pixelated, so it could sit out here down to here. That would just say wood, Yeah.
No, if Rob, so we're either going to do the gyrocopter or the motorcycle. Hey, and if Rob wants to ride, I'll ride a sidecar.
All right,
we'll do sidecar.
Gotcha. You guys heard it here first on Masculine Geek.
And so if I do the license, we're gonna do the gyrocopter, and I'll be flying that, and Rob will ride bitch. If we do the motorcycle, Rob will pilot the motorcycle, and I will ride bitch.
There we go.
There we go.
Exactly how Secondhand Lions ends.
Yep,
well, actually, it's how it starts. But
they fly into a barn. Rob and I are going to fly into the ocean.
Yeah, but are you going to use a biplane? That was cool. Using a vintage aircraft is.
We're gonna use a gyrocopter. We're gonna fly into Aaron Clary's Southern Command.
I'm sure I'm not there when you do it.
I got a better idea, Vince. I got a better idea.
All right.
Since you brought up the Southern Command. No, I think I might have to look into something. I don't know what yet, but I'm thinking it's a two-prong attack, kind of like the 9/11 thing, if you believe it. You fly your gyrocopter, whether it's the Northern Command or the Southern, I don't care, take your pick. But I do the other one, and it's simultaneous.
Oh, there you go. We'll be in the radio contact. We're like,
right,
1, 2, 3, do it. Rob screaming, both of these nuts into the fucking. Oh. Nictibus, you're absolutely. Somebody want to read that?
Motorcycle and sidecar would be cool if you dressed up like Batman. I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Yeah. I've got to go to work. There you go. Well, once that happens, TJ inherits the Masculine Geek empire. It's already. So he's
legal. Like, come on, guys, go out and kill yourself.
It's already legalized, yes.
Yeah, I can see it now. It's like, do you really need to know how to fly the plane if you're just
not really? I mean, no. Here's the deal.
You just need to learn not how to land it.
Yeah, here's the deal. I already know how to fly. Mm-hmm. I just need the certification.
Gotcha.
So
certification for a suicide run. Wow, that's talking.
Well, they're not gonna. I can't step unless we did it like without a we did rent something. If we did something of our own, then fine, yeah. If I go out and put together a gyrocopter, then sure.
Oh, that sounds kind of like buying the bulldozer and welding the metal on the sides and filling in the cement. Okay.
Yeah, we're just pulling a John Denver over here.
Oh, it's not a John Denver, it's a Killdozer. And this is the flying variety.
Exactly. All right, Nick, what's the deal? Are you in bed now?
Yeah, but all this Thelma and Louise bullshit forced me to.
the redneck in you just couldn't resist, right?
That's right.
Just y'all come down here. We'll drink about a gallon of shine, and then I'll just put a bullet in each of y'all's head.
You're not shooting us. Unless you want to shoot us in the airplane and jump out in a parachute.
It's not going to cost
enjoy
anything.
that too much, Nick.
His parachute. I'll pack his parachute for him.
It's all like it's like the parachute. It's like the parachutes on Looney Tunes. It's all tin cans and mess kits.
He's like those stupid dads. Oh,
Not the first time Rob has packed another man's parachute.
Whoa! Oh shit!
Coming back with the smart remark.
Where did that come from? Holy crap!
Brings a tear to the eye. They grow up so fast.
That's right. Well, we do have a masculine geek Village by the Sea, which you'll get to hear Rob and TJ do repartee back and forth. But we're not telling you what that is. We're just going to tease you with it now.
Yeah, it's coming up.
And no, you cannot join us.
No, there's no meet and greet.
There's no meet and greet for that, but you can watch whatever we decide to broadcast.
Yeah, you're lucky if we do.
Exactly.
Might be after the fact. You get the post show production.
Exactly. We just record everything and show it later.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, "Oh man, you guys are there? Where you at? I want to meet up, dude. That was like a month ago."
Right? You're like, wait. They're like, wait a minute. That's not a parachute.
It's a bunch of old drunk men saying "shut the fuck up" and
shut the fuck up.
Shit.
Right? Bacon. No, I do not know how to fly rotary. I know how to fly fixed wing. Top wing, actually, Cessna's. Single engine prop. I want to learn how to fly rotary, and I want to do the gyrocopters, actually. And there's a place near me that offers lessons, so I'm going to look into that this summer.
Fixed wing.
What?
Your mom's a fixed wing.
So's your grandmother, but then who's counting?
Your mom's a different beast.
Honestly, I thought his mom was a rotary, but
rotary. Yeah.
She's a single engine.
Your mom's a double engine.
I thought she was a rear engine.
No, that's a jet. Your mom's a ramjet. Those were developed in the 50s and 60s to try to outrun UFOs.
Yeah, what's up with that? Is there a new like scramjet fighter or something like that that's supposed to be ridiculously fast? Or what is that shit? Is it a rocket?
I don't know, but the UFOs were clocked at 5,000 miles per hour, and the ramjet was supposed to actually come close to following them in some fashion.
Now those UFOs that the Navy took pictures of are like, even faster than that. It's like you blink and they're in another part of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Well, at that point, you're talking about teleportation. So, yeah.
Well, you are.
Well, that's right, bitch. And usually I whisper that into your mom's ear after I'm done banging her. She makes me cookies.
Well, now I know that's not mine because my mom doesn't make cookies.
Your mom is not a good cookie maker. No. Oh, fuck. So welcome, Nick. It's good to see you.
Well, we got to see his forehead earlier, or his foreskin. I'm not sure which, but it was
forehand,
maybe. Yeah,
5 head. Oh shit, that's funny.
There we go. All right, it's dark here.
Is that under your covers? Is that what that is?
Yeah, pretty much. I got a tent. I got a fort.
You got a pillow fort?
Got a pillow fort and a tent.
More of a Dutch oven.
Right.
I didn't know
Yeah,
you
but
could
it's
make
just
a
me.
fort out of your girlfriend.
You what?
Nothing.
He
No,
used her
TJ.
skin curtains.
My girlfriend is not here at the moment, so
What's his name?
I'm just trying to. Man, that was a good one, Vince. Good job.
That's an oldie but a goodie, sure. Yeah. No, when did you start dating her? That's a relatively new girlfriend, right?
When did you start dating him? No, I'm
her, not him. Her.
Still dating the same one.
Oh, you are? You went back?
No,
to,
she's back in the rotation.
Little Spurg and I are back together. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. You can't get enough of each other, apparently.
We're well, something like that, I guess.
So she has good cookies, apparently.
Southern hospitality.
She does make cookies. She does
There
make
you go.
cookies.
How about that? How about those ligmas? If you're listening earlier, you'd know what we were talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Ligma balls, bitch.
Well, that's
no. One of my new hires got caught with a bofa joke. He walked right into it. It's fucking fantastic, and it's been recorded on MS Teams. So
wow.
Yeah, it's like, dude, your ancestors weep.
Seriously. Yeah, I got nothing. I just, couldn't sleep.
Right.
So.
Bull Rush has been busy on Twitter, so that just popped up on my feed. So I'm like, oh.
Right. Yeah, he's been doing the screenshots of me.
We woke up the crayon eater.
What's his favorite color?
Metallic pink.
Metallic pink. What's that? That doesn't surprise me, actually.
No, I was disappointed, but that's nothing new.
Okay, so Boris says they have scramjet AA missiles. I remember hearing scramjet mentioned on some documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Please, no nip slip. Shit, that would
it's fucking Nipplegate over here.
That would send the algorithm into conniptions.
Yes, nothing like man titties for the YouTube algorithm.
Hey, Roman's right. You can't get rid of a girl who gives you chicken in a bathrobe. You're absolutely right.
Or makes you alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
2 bathrobes, actually. So, yeah.
Indeed. Yeah. Oh, fuck. I got nothing.
It's a bad night for me to show up, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it's your fault, really. As soon as you came on,
killed the show.
Everything died. You're like half asleep. We can tell you're hiding under the covers. You're in the dark, touching your swimsuit area. God only knows what's going on over there.
My swimsuit area. I haven't heard that in a long time.
I haven't said that in a long time, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people used to get said around here all the time back in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we're not in the 80s. So as much, more's the pity.
I am.
Yeah.
Should be the 80s. Should bring that shit back. You got that CD, Nick?
What CD?
CD's nuts?
Jesus.
You fell for that? You fell for that too?
I'm half
you are
asleep.
drunk and tired.
I'm half drunk, half asleep. Yeah.
Christ! Somebody get an audio cut of that.
Jesus. This is fucking brutal.
It's pretty bad, yeah. It's a good thing you're in the dark.
Just consider it a warm up for tomorrow night's show.
Right.
I may not even be on it.
You should be under the covers. It's called Under the Covers with Nick August. Oh shit! With your Sesame Street blanket.
My Bert and Ernie.
Your Bert and Ernie blanket, yeah. Your Big Bird or your Big Bird blanket. I would go with the Big Bird blanket. It makes you sound more masculine.
Jesus.
Oh, Christ.
What were y'all talking about when I showed up?
Suicide Pact.
Suicide
right.
Pact. Yeah,
That
I was.
was pretty cool.
So this, we're not doing it this summer, but this summer I'm getting back to either finishing my pilot's license or learning how to fly gyrocopters.
Which really means what he's saying there, Nick, is either you're going to have to shoot us in the head or I'm going to have to hook a sidecar to the Indian and drive us into the front of a semi.
I'm fine with either of that. So, but if I do it'd really be fun. If I do the gyrocopter, I'm getting a GoPro.
You should.
And I also
live stream it.
Well, absolutely, because the GoPros, they can now hook up to the internet, and I will take my satellite card and put that in my shirt pocket or my cargo shorts, or cargo pants, because cargo shorts would be too cold up in the sky. In my cargo pants, and I will live stream me learning how to fly a gyrocopter.
Well, I thought you were going to live stream the suicide.
We'll do that too. That's happening too. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think you should. I like the sidecar idea. I think you guys should go full jacks and live stream the semi.
Well,
That's
we
right.
could do that, but the best. Well, but you see, that's some poor asshole that wasn't expecting. So my thing is with the gyrocopter, the plane.
So Nick, we need you to drive.
I'll drive the truck. Yeah, I'll drive the truck.
Okay. Yeah, I'll drive.
It's not as fun as shooting you in the head, but hey, I got to get my
Sure.
kids where I can,
Well, you can rent one of those 16-wheelers.
That's right.
Or what we were planning on doing, and Rob came up with this idea, augmented off of my original idea, was rather than us flying into the Clary Southern Command compound, we can do two. We can 9/11 it. Rob can do one location, and I can do the other. But that would mean Rob needs to learn how to fly.
No.
No, it means Rob goes full jacks.
I can strap on a vest and a la Ishnu Akbar or whatever.
Oh, with your motorcycle?
Right.
Okay, you do the motorcycle, and I'll do the gyrocopter.
I'm technically closer to the Southern Command.
All right.
I take Vegas, you take Dakota,
All right.
and we time it where it's a simultaneous impact.
I like it. I'll be like Major Blood in G.I. Joe with the gyrocopter. I'll wear a patch and shit.
Right. I'll be like what's that motherfucker, the shapeshifter one, the chameleon guy?
Oh, Zartan.
Yeah, that's my character.
You can be Zartan on your swamp sled.
Right.
I like how I've been conveniently extricated from this project.
Well, I mean,
I was looking forward to driving the truck.
Well, you could actually drive in the sidecar for the second impact. Because you're definitely
me, Nick. Get the close footage.
You're definitely old enough, you fuck. Totally do that, and then TJ will just be waiting by with the lawyers to inherit all the all the fun stuff.
And then
leave everything to TJ.
Goes to zero, but
TJ gets all my intellectual property. Yeah.
Okay.
When I pass.
Damn.
Yep.
The incentives for me are just dropping like flies, man.
Don't worry, Nick.
Unless you work out a deal with TJ, yeah.
No. You left me out of this part of the legalese. Nick, don't worry. Nick Jr. will get all my bullshit.
Nick Jr. Nick doesn't get shit because you're going to be in the sidecar, motherfucker.
I'm not going to be. I was wanting to drive. I wanted to drive the.
You have Nick in the sidecar with an American flag spandex tutu.
Drive the Mac. I got a friend. I know a guy that's an owner operator. I can get his rig.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but can you drive a semi?
Oh, yeah.
I can drive a semi. Yeah,
I can drive a 24 foot.
Again, if it's the simultaneous hit on the southern and northern commands, Nick, you're riding shotgun while I'm driving that rig straight into Vegas.
There you go. Rob, you want to read this?
I can double clutch like a motherfucker.
Is it true that TJ is in the Pacific Northwest? No.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
He's in Miami, right next to Fresh and Fit.
He's buying a case of White Claws for all the 304s.
Next to old. He's next to old and fat.
Yeah, TJ's the and in fresh and fit.
That's it. That's it. You nailed it, Robert. You outed the final secret, which means Robert needs to go for a ride in the sidecar.
That's anyway. Right.
But TJ has been blowing smoke up your guys' ass from day one. He's never been in the Pacific Northwest. He doesn't even know where the fuck that is.
Right.
He's in Florida hanging out with Myron and that other asshole. That's all.
The other asshole.
Hanging out with their girls. That's who I'm hanging out with.
Yeah, TJ's rolling. All this shit he said for the last, 4 fucking years about, I live in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know how to talk to girls. All that shit, it's all a lie. TJ's been hanging down in Miami, fucking chicks left and right.
So you're saying that he's the brains behind Fresh and Fit?
Dude, he's more than the brains.
Rob.
Fuck it. I'm gonna out the shit right now. Fuck you, TJ. So not only is TJ the brains behind Fresh and Fit, he's also the guy behind the 21 convention. Not the other.
Wow.
Just saying. I already know this is all inside information.
So TJ is the manosphere.
Yes,
I am the Senate.
Yeah,
That's right.
He's the Pope of the gay monastery.
No, Robert, that's a disrespect to TJ. He's not the Pope. He's God.
Oh, okay.
Or at least an altar boy.
Oh God.
All this shit he said over the last few years, the golly gee shucks, good golly, good bam, it's all bullshit.
The turning red whenever spanking comes up.
Right.
Yeah.
Or you talk about BDS.
It's funny because Vince has stories, but we won't talk about it on this episode.
Well, see, he's trying to deflect the truth.
Notice Vince immediately left. He's got his little camera turned off.
Because he's on the floor rolling around laughing.
Well, he's doing what TJ does. He's trying to deflect back to Vince, back to whatever. When I'm bringing, this is the emergency podcast that you guys didn't know was going to happen because we had to do this by, sneak attack on TJ. TJ is the manosphere. He's all of it. He planned it all. He's thought it out. And TJ, guys, I'm not going to be Epstein. I did not kill myself.
Not yet. Right. You're still waiting to do that with Vince.
Well, it's going to be TJ. I'm telling you.
Well, I think what if TJ has decided that you're the next Jack Murphy?
Damn. Was he going to shove something up your ass?
You better get that corn cob ready, buddy.
Corn cob is fine. Just don't pull in the wrong direction. Oh, shit.
You got nothing on me, TJ. I do not give a fuck. That's all I'm going to say about that. So there you have it, kids. TJ, who everyone thought was like, hey, he's like a 35-year-old virgin. Who's this guy? He's fucking with you.
That's right.
It's all an illusion.
It's all an illusion, like your mom.
He probably doesn't even like World War II history.
No, dude. He doesn't.
It's like what Churchill said. The truth is so precious it has to be defended and surrounded by lies. So it's all about lies. It's all lies.
It's all lies and obfuscation.
Yeah, exactly. Everything I say.
Thank you, TJ, for at least coming clean once.
He's probably not even white.
He's not.
He's really not.
Well,
he's an albino black man.
Who do you think Myron is on Fresh and Fit?
Blackface. It's me in blackface.
Rob, you want to read that?
That's a fake quote. It's a fake
It's a
quote.
fake
No,
quote.
it's not. That's the real deal. We just got earlier. Bull Rush 4570 for the $0 super chat. That corn cob is here to stay. TJ Martinell 2023.
I
That's a
finally
horrible
understand why.
screenshot.
I finally understand why corn cobs always have melted butter on them.
Hot butter the ass napkins.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Oh shit. So what else are you guys up to? What have you been doing? What are your plans for the No, don't get me wrong. I don't do these either. I don't do resolutions. However, I do take inventory and stock of the designing of my life and see how it went last year.
Yeah.
Find out what I'm lacking, if anything, and move that forward into the next year. What are you guys moving forward or doing anything new in this upcoming year? No resolutions, but what are your projects?
For me, I want to write my new fantasy novel sequel. I want to do. There's a bunch of hikes I want to do. I want to hike Rainier, which is in my state,
nice.
And I want to go on a bunch of. Honestly, mainly it's just like trying to get a group of people to hang out and like do stuff together, because it seems so impossible in my area to get people to do anything.
Well, not for nothing. With the MG group, we already have that plan throughout the year, so you're kind of good.
Right, but like I want something that's local on a basis.
You've already tried that, TJ. It's not going to work in where you're at. It's just not. How many years have you been trying that? I rest my case.
Not nearly as many years as communists have been trying communism.
Exactly. It doesn't work.
I mean, it doesn't.
I'm a guy in Miami, but okay.
Yeah. I also want to do more. I didn't do a lot of hiking last year, so I need to do more hiking. It's just I was doing a hike the other day with a buddy of mine, and it affects your mood a lot in a positive way. So I need to do that more.
That's true.
Should be brief. Yeah, well, when you're intelligent, your answers to stuff can't be brief. It's when you're stupid. It's just like, duh, yeah, maybe, duh, yeah. So you can be brief when you're dumb. When you're dumb, you can be brief.
Nick, what are you doing over there? Jesus Christ.
He's trying to convince his girlfriend that the South will rise again.
Well, something's rising over there.
It ain't his.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Holy fuck.
Aren't you glad you woke up for this, Nick?
Nick sounds like he's broadcasting in a sock. Oh shit. All right, there we go. All right, we're up at the hour and a half mark, and that's right. Oh, look at this. Now, Rob, you can actually read this like with fervor.
Bull Rush 4570 for the $2.23.
It's called a pitch shifter.
TJ should resolve to get his Red Wings this year.
Nice.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. That means you got to eat some menstrual pussy, TJ.
Ugh.
That never bothered me. I have Red Wings like you wouldn't believe.
Oh Jesus! Fuck!
I've got Red Wing badges up,
Fuck!
all up and
Vince,
down your mom's ass.
Vince, this this might be the segment I'm gonna have to go back because I'm telling you what, this beats skin curtains.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I won't even talk to it.
No. Yeah, whatever, dude.
Skin hanging off a former fat woman's body has nothing on a little bit of red coming out of a woman's pussy.
No.
No, Rob, you can't tell me that your gray beard was not dusted with a little bit of pink.
No.
You don't have your red wings?
No, I'm not a fucking savage.
Wow.
Jesus.
You know, Rob, you didn't seem the type.
Oh, TJ, you want to be a part of this conversation? Come on. Come on. What do you got to say?
You have to have your red wings before you have a part of this conversation.
All I can hear is careless whisper.
Go ahead, TJ. I want to hear this. Go ahead.
Crickets.
You know what?
You have a cricket sound?
Yeah, I do actually. Where
I
is
got
it?
nothing to say. I'm gonna absolve myself of this conversation.
I mean, I'll
Yeah,
bang
we're not
a
in
chick.
Village by the Sea having cigars and drinking and
That's right, Boris. Let's do it.
My God.
I'll bang a chick who's on the rag, but I ain't.
Oh, it doesn't bother.
I ain't licking that shit.
And you call yourself a red meat eater?
I'm not. Look, that board. What you're talking about borders on cannibalism.
Yeah, and
I'm not a cannibal.
okay, right there, Mr. Rare Steak.
I don't eat human meat.
That's not what your boyfriend told us. CD.
Another good one.
Not really. It was kind of lame.
You got that rape your wit going tonight.
Apparently.
God damn.
Well, I wouldn't
live stream.
I know, right? I wouldn't go with a heavy flow, but a light to moderate flow is okay.
Good God.
Don't dear, Vince. Don't dear.
No. I'm not. No, I'm reacting off of what Bullrush is saying.
And you just proceeded to deer. Okay.
Is that true? Is that what I did?
If you want to lap up a bloody discharge coming out of a woman's legs, that's your business. But own it.
Absolutely. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to.
Where you're not Jack.
I'm not going to deny it.
Shit, Bullrush is throwing more money, Vince.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
There's the quote. Bullrush for 23.
So with a picture of him.
Smell, you got it licked.
The smell doesn't bother me.
No, the smell doesn't bother me. It's just when you're, when you end up chewing, that's the problem.
I've never chewed on anything. Thank you.
I bet you have.
No, I have not. I've chewed on your mom, but that's about it. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
See, and you don't get this kind of quality on Rule Zero on Saturday.
You really don't.
I don't care what anyone says.
Anywhere else.
That is true. That is true. We are the degenerate bastards.
Jesus.
I don't know. I think Rob and I have done some live streams completely hammered that have far surpassed what's going on here right now.
Maybe. You're gonna have to look that up, Nick, and remind me of the nightmare.
I have a distant memory. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't even have the memory, and I'd prefer to.
That's about it. That's exactly what that sounded like. It was just a memory, but that's about it. Somebody passed the bacon.
Pass the bacon.
Yeah.
You just got high yellow motherfucker up in here.
Pretty much. And everyone who's contributed with Super Chat, thank you. I appreciate that.
I'd rather chew on bacon than whatever Vince chews on down between his girl's legs.
God damn.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Like bloody fondue.
So bacon, if you get an invite down to stay with Uncle Nick, you know what you're in for. You've been warned.
You're gonna get Cleveland steamered in his bedroom by himself with the under the covers.
I didn't realize. No, I was talking about actual bacon. I wasn't talking
okay.
about him.
That's what we said. That's why we warned him.
This
exactly.
is colonialism.
Jesus.
Fucking British taking over the Indians.
I think we saw this movie. What was it? Mendingo? Is that what we're doing here?
God damn.
Well, anything with the word man in it, Nick is all for.
No quarter.
That's right.
The harshness.
Indeed.
Oh
my God. No, I'm not going to be able to get back to sleep.
Hey, throw McTubus's comment up there.
TJ, you there?
McTubus for the $0.
I'm there.
All right, cool.
I don't know. God damn it. The Lincoln Chair episode was pretty intense. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He's not wrong. It was.
Intense for who? Were you singing in Lincoln Chair, or was your wife's boyfriend singing in Lincoln Chair?
Oh shit.
I'm not. No, I'm asking legitimately for the audience.
As in, you're asking for McTubus. Okay.
Anyone. It could be anyone. I don't give a shit. It could be your
yeah,
wife's
like
girlfriend.
anyone else is gonna come out and fucking own that shit.
That's true. That's true.
Well, Jack Murphy's in the Lincoln Chair, right?
He's always been.
Mm-hmm.
All he has to do is just own it. Instead, he's Bible curious.
You want to read that one, Rob, in your deep pitch shifter voice?
McTubus.
That was the one where Rob admitted he'd be okay with throwing a load on another guy as long as there was no touch.
It's not gay if the balls don't touch.
Dude, as long as you're not looking at each other.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, once it leaves, who cares where it lands, right?
Exactly.
Thank you, Nick.
Now, I don't want it landing on. I don't want it landing on me unless it's mine. But
yeah, whatever.
Hang on, TJ. All right, there you go. You're not going to bed yet, motherfucker. The Lincoln Chair dildo.
Marty, what the hell are you talking about?
Who's he?
Marty? He's a pain eater.
Pain eater.
I think Bull typed his comment wrong. I think it's supposed to be once you get past the licking, then there's just the smell.
You know, if Roman's gonna go read the Bible, we've even gone beyond his level of degeneracy.
No, Roman is a good church going young man.
Yeah.
Not.
Who just happens to paint naked women. He just happens to paint naked women for his, to absolve him of sin.
That's not inconsistent with Christianity.
It's not inconsistent with all right, we're gonna call it now.
Consistent with Christianity.
I like it. It's like a radio kind of evangelist. Yeah.
Telephone.
I am dying of TB, McDavis. Thank you very much.
I figured you were.
And I'm okay with that.
Hey, you lived a good life.
I can still bang your moms. That's right.
It's that quiet moment again.
Exactly. Now picture yourself under the covers with Nick. He's touching his
curtains and Red Wings.
Exactly. He's whispering in your ear about Red Wings and licking it. And getting blood all over your mustache and beard.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not good for some people.
Yeah.
I never should have come back to Twitter.
I should have never come.
That's right. We're going to call it. Good, Rob.
And I invented the Lincoln chair.
The Lincoln chair. Oh my God. It always cracks me up. All right. So we're going to call it. I want to thank everyone for joining us for this debauchery, tomfoolery, and insane bullshit that we did tonight for the hell of it. It's always it's always a pleasure to have the original Masculine Geek crew and the new Masculine Geek crew together at the same time. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's always fun. You never know what we're going to talk about. So you have to watch. All right, let's go do some housekeeping. We're going to start with Nick, Under the Covers Nick. Where can everyone find you, and what are you up to?
Under the covers. I don't want to be found, so fuck off.
Wow, it works great for your marketing. Fantastic. Rob, how about you?
RobSays.net.
There you go. We'll give you one more chance, Mr. Punch Riot. No?
I
Going
didn't
once?
stutter, did I? Did I stutter?
You kind of did stutter, you drunken bitch.
South will never rise again.net.
That's right.
Oh, shit.
That's right, Robert E. Lee. Nick rides around in a VW Beetle named the Robert E. Lee. Exactly. TJ, where can everyone find you? I'm sorry, go ahead.
TJMartinell.com.
No, not .com. It's .net, isn't it?
TJMartinell.com. No, not .net. .com.
You should get .net and point it at .com so you have it.
You should get a haircut.
No, I'm not getting a haircut.
And get a real job.
I have a real job. Banging on
Hey,
your moms.
we should one of us should go buy tjmartinell.xxx and we could have some fun with that.
Done.
Let's do it, Rob. Robert, where can everyone find you?
Robert Kuzlin on Twitter and Instagram.
There you go.
And here with the Masculine Geek. So
exactly. And you can find me here, obviously, and on masculinegeek.life. So next week, it's either, I have to check the calendar. It's either Raul Tomasi's game, DMing, or I have Paul from Come On Podcast. I'm not sure which.
I'm going to be at Clary's place in Vegas. So
you're not going to join from there?
No, I can join. It's just,
you can have him on. That's fine.
Well, no, I'm saying I'm just saying if you want to play a game, we can do that.
You're going to get your brown wings. Okay.
Rob,
oh my God.
Shave your head.
Let me in. I'm trying to fuck.
Somebody screenshot that shit. Oh, Christ. Oh, fuck. There's a lot of screenshots in that one.
There you go, TJ. That's for you.
Oh, fantastic. All right, once we end this, Robert and TJ, I need you to stay behind.
Okay.
Thank God me and Nick can go off and cuddle in his fart sack.
Dutch oven.
Is that a slanket you're filling with your farts over there, Nick?
I don't even know. I don't even know what's happening right now.
His snuggie.
That's right. You're snuggie. And TJ, take us out.
All right, guys. You know the drill. Keep the fires burning. Keep the wine flowing. Keep the fires burning. Keep the lead sheen downrange. Don't take any wooden nickels. And don't drink all the rum.
exactly. Rob, take us out.
Yeah.
All right.